Hey Patriots fans, today we have some updates that could really shift the dynamics as we approach the most critical stretch of the season. The first piece of news that stands out is the return of some key players to practice, which has fans buzzing with excitement. Jared Wilson, Schooler, and Tonga were all actively participating in practice sessions today, signaling a potential return to the field very soon. This is huge because, until now, these players have been sidelined, and having them back could provide the Patriots with the boost they need for the upcoming games. Tonga's return is particularly significant, especially given the absence of Milton Williams, who has been on injured reserve. Tonga has consistently contributed on both sides of the ball, excelling as a lead blocker in the running game and providing essential support on offense. Fans know how valuable it is to have someone of his size and skill taking on such a pivotal role. Schooler's presence is equally critical, as he is widely regarded as one of the top special teams players in the league. His return could make a notable difference when the Patriots face off against tough opponents, particularly the Bills, who are known for their strong special teams and explosive playmaking. Seeing all three of these players getting reps in practice has given the team and the fans a renewed sense of optimism. Of course, there is always caution when players return from injury, and reports indicate that Schooler is still managing some ankle issues. So while there is hope, it is important to temper expectations and see how these players handle the intensity of game situations. Looking beyond individual players, the Patriots' position in the playoff race is another key talking point. Currently, they have been overtaken by the Denver Broncos for the number 1 seed, with the Broncos sitting at 11 wins and 2 losses. This shift is due to a tiebreaker scenario that did not favor the Patriots. And while it might seem concerning at first glance, there is still a clear path for New England to reclaim the top spot. Analyzing the remaining schedules, the Patriots appear to have a slightly more favorable route, especially considering the teams they have yet to face and the fact that they are coming off a bye week, which allows for recovery and reintegration of injured players. The Broncos' remaining games are challenging, with only one away game in Kansas City and home games against teams like Green Bay, Jacksonville, and the Los Angeles Chargers. While all of these matchups are formidable, there is a realistic chance for the Patriots to gain ground if they approach these games strategically and with a fully healthy roster. The dynamics of these games will be fascinating to watch, particularly when it comes to divisional rivalries and the intensity each team brings as they fight for playoff positioning. It is also worth examining the broader landscape of the AFC as it stands right now. Teams like the Green Bay Packers and Jacksonville Jaguars are holding on to significant positions in their divisions, while the Chargers and Chiefs are in competitive scenarios that could impact playoff outcomes. The Chiefs, in particular, are navigating a tough path with a record that barely keeps them in contention, fighting for survival in the highly competitive AFC West. Every game counts at this stage, and the margins for error are incredibly thin. For the Patriots, having a relatively advantageous path with 3 games at home and manageable travel demands gives them an opportunity to not just maintain, but potentially improve their position. The matchup against the Bills will undoubtedly be a defining moment, as Buffalo is currently in a strong playoff position themselves, sitting at 9 wins and 4 losses. A victory in Foxborough could serve as a turning point for New England, boosting confidence and momentum as the playoffs approach. From a tactical perspective, the return of players like Tonga and Schooler could influence multiple aspects of the Patriots' game plan. Tonga's blocking ability enhances the running game and opens up opportunities for explosive plays, while Schooler's special teams expertise can change field position battles, which are often critical in tightly contested games. The combination of these returns with the existing talent already on the roster could create a more balanced and dynamic team, capable of handling high-pressure situations and making adjustments on the fly. Jared Wilson's performance in practice has also been encouraging, showing that he can contribute effectively if called upon, which provides depth and flexibility in key positions. Having multiple players returning from injury at the same time can energize a team both mentally and physically, giving the Patriots a renewed sense of cohesion and readiness as they tackle the final stretch of the season. Looking ahead, there are several matchups that could define the trajectory of the Patriots' playoff run. While the Bills represent a major challenge, other opponents present opportunities to solidify their standing. Teams like the Ravens and the Jets are in unpredictable positions, and while Miami has shown some resurgence, games at home in Foxborough give the Patriots an edge. These games will require focus, preparation, and consistent execution, particularly as the team integrates returning players and adjusts to the evolving competitive landscape. Depth on the roster is also critical, and recent moves to strengthen the practice squad with familiar and reliable players help ensure that the team can handle injuries or unexpected developments without a significant drop in performance. Players like my Butler, who has returned to the practice squad, add valuable depth and familiarity, which could be a stabilizing factor during high-pressure moments. The remaining schedule for both the Patriots and the Broncos adds an extra layer of intrigue to the race for the #1 seed. The Broncos face a demanding set of games that include teams with playoff aspirations, while the Patriots have a mix of challenging matchups and opportunities to capitalize on home field advantage. Coming off a bye week, the Patriots can regroup, focus on player health, and prepare strategically for each upcoming opponent. If they navigate this stretch effectively, there is a realistic chance for them to not only reclaim the top seed, but also build momentum heading into the playoffs. This period will test the team's resilience, adaptability, and ability to execute under pressure, but it also offers the opportunity to demonstrate why the Patriots remain a formidable force in the AFC. Ultimately, the combination of returning talent, strategic scheduling, and favorable matchups positions the Patriots in a strong place as they move toward the final games of the season. Each practice, each game, and each player returning from injury adds layers to the narrative of what could be a pivotal chapter in New England's campaign. Fans have reason to be optimistic, and the team has the tools to capitalize on this period to solidify their playoff prospects. With careful management, tactical adjustments, and players stepping up at the right moments, the Patriots have the potential to make a significant push for the top spot and establish momentum that could carry them deep into the postseason. Continuing from where we left off, one of the key aspects to watch over the next few weeks is how the Patriots manage the return of players coming off injuries. Integrating multiple starters at once can be a delicate process, especially when you consider the timing and intensity of practices versus actual game situations. Players like Tonga, Schooler, and Wilson not only bring skill and experience, but also influence the dynamics of the locker room. Their presence alone can lift morale and give the team a renewed sense of purpose, which can be just as important as physical performance on the field. Coaches will need to carefully balance reps, ensuring these returning players are in top condition for game day while minimizing the risk of re-injury, particularly in a season where every game carries immense playoff implications. Looking at the Patriots' upcoming matchups, each game represents a critical opportunity to assert dominance and solidify their playoff positioning. The first game back with a mostly healthy roster will likely serve as a statement not only to the league, but also to the team itself. The Patriots have demonstrated resilience throughout the season, and the ability to adapt when key players were sidelined shows that the foundation is strong. However, the next stretch requires seamless execution, particularly against high-caliber opponents who are fighting just as hard for playoff positioning. The team's ability to maintain focus during these games, execute complex plays, and capitalize on the strengths of returning players will be essential to achieving the goal of the #1 seed. Special teams, often overlooked by casual fans, will play a pivotal role in this phase of the season. Schooler's return brings an added edge, as field position and momentum swings can decisively impact close games. Every punt, kickoff, and coverage unit has the potential to shift the tide, particularly in matchups against opponents like the Bills, who have the ability to score quickly and change the flow of a game in seconds. Having a veteran special teams player who can read plays, make smart decisions, and provide leadership on the field can be the difference between a narrow loss and a pivotal victory. These subtleties in execution often go unnoticed in highlight reels, but they are crucial to building a team capable of performing consistently at a high level. From an offensive perspective, the return of key blockers and dynamic playmakers allows the Patriots to diversify their strategies. Tonga's ability to create running lanes and provide protection for skilled players opens up multiple avenues for the offense to operate efficiently. Meanwhile, maintaining balance between the run game and passing options keeps opposing defenses guessing, which is essential when facing teams that have studied New England extensively throughout the season. Depth is another critical component, and with players like Wilson showing strong performance in practice, the Patriots can maintain stability even if the starters face unexpected challenges during games. The offensive line and supporting positions are increasingly important as the season progresses because small breakdowns can have significant consequences against playoff-caliber teams. Defensively, the Patriots continue to benefit from strong schemes and disciplined execution, but integrating returning players adds another layer of complexity. Tonga's contributions on both sides of the ball can influence the defensive game plan indirectly, while injuries in other areas of the roster may require adjustments. Balancing aggression with caution becomes crucial, especially when facing teams with explosive offensive weapons. The coaching staff will need to strategically deploy returning players, manage workloads, and adjust schemes to maximize efficiency without exposing vulnerabilities. This juggling act often separates playoff-ready teams from those that struggle in high-stakes situations. Analyzing the broader AFC playoff landscape, the Patriots' path remains challenging yet promising. The Broncos' schedule, while formidable, includes opponents who are themselves navigating high-pressure scenarios. Teams like the Chargers, Packers, and Jaguars all have their own playoff aspirations, which can create unpredictable outcomes and opportunities for New England to capitalize. In contrast, the Patriots' schedule, while not easy, presents more controlled variables, particularly with the advantage of home games. Playing in Foxborough gives them the benefit of familiar surroundings, crowd support, and the ability to dictate tempo to some extent. The mental edge provided by a strong home field atmosphere can be a significant factor, especially when key players return to boost the team's energy and cohesion. Travel and logistics also play subtle but critical roles in the remaining stretch of the season. Away games in Baltimore and New York will test the team's focus and preparation, but with careful planning, recovery, and strategic use of personnel, the Patriots can minimize the impact of fatigue and maintain high performance. Teams that manage these factors well often find themselves with an advantage in late-season games, particularly in situations where the margin for error is minimal. Depth, veteran leadership, and experience in high-pressure environments all converge to provide the Patriots with the tools necessary to navigate this demanding period successfully. Beyond the tactical and physical aspects, momentum and confidence are equally important. Each win against a playoff contender builds belief in the team's capabilities, reinforcing the idea that they can compete at the highest level. Conversely, each setback provides an opportunity to adapt, refine strategies, and address vulnerabilities. The integration of returning players like Tonga, Schooler, and Wilson contributes not only skill, but also leadership and stability, which can influence younger or less experienced players. This collective confidence, when combined with strategic planning, creates a synergy that can elevate the team's performance beyond the sum of its individual parts. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to Patriots Hub and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our New England Patriots. And don't be shy. Share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Whispers around Foxborough grew into a full-blown buzz the moment the Patriots officially announced the arrival of tight end Mark Andrews, a move that is already stirring excitement and speculation across the league. While the team has kept its plans close to the chest, insiders insist the coaching staff views Andrews as an immediate catalyst for an offense searching for identity, rhythm, and a true focal point. The front office has long admired Andrews' blend of physicality and route intelligence, and the rumor swirling through team corridors is that the playbook has been quietly reshaped to take advantage of his skill set. Observers close to the situation claim the Patriots have been experimenting with heavier formations, motion disguises, and red zone packages that revolve directly around Andrews' presence. Even before he's taken the field in his new uniform, the belief is that he will command defensive attention from the first snap, opening lanes and creating breathing room for an offense that desperately needs it. Teammates, though publicly cautious, are said to be buzzing behind the scenes about the veteran's leadership and intensity. Reports hint that Andrews has already asserted himself in film sessions, challenging younger players and pushing for sharper execution. One anonymous staffer described his tone as a shock the room needed. Of course, with excitement comes speculation. Some around the league wonder how quickly the chemistry with the quarterback will develop, while others question whether the offense will lean too heavily on its new star. Still, the prevailing murmur is optimism. The Patriots haven't made many splash-type moves in recent seasons, and this addition feels different, bolder, more deliberate, almost like a statement about the direction the franchise intends to take moving forward. Whether Andrews becomes the centerpiece many expect or simply a stabilizing force, the noise around New England is clear. Something big is shifting. And if the early whispers hold any weight, this partnership between Andrews and the Patriots might be only the beginning of a much larger resurgence. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our New England Patriots, be sure to subscribe to Patriots Hub and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.